Hey everybody, how's it going? This is DJ Helsing, and I'm here with Rest from Team North America to talk a little bit about today's match between teams China and Thailand. This is Game 3. There was a couple really awesome plays that happened in that match, and I'd love to talk a little bit about that with you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go over the game.
So Rest, in a match, when you have a pretty big disadvantage and you're down in the kill count and you're down in the gold, what are some key points and key things to watch out for during that match to help you notice what you can do to help catch up and to get back in the fight?
So when you are getting a little bit behind on gold, you really want to sit around in bushes when you no longer have any jungle camps up. That way you can keep vision on where the enemy is rotating and get a pick.
And when you get a pick, not only do you get experience in gold, you also take one teammate away from the team, making it so there's even more pressure on them. And I think that's a great example for what happened in this match today.
In the first team fight, China thought they had a pick on the Lindis. So Chargnar went ahead and used his ultimate, which will normally be used to cleanse an enemy's crowd control effect for your team. But when you do use your ultimate on Chargnar, you're able to spam that second ability. So he chased the Lindis down around and stopped once he got to that bush, since he no longer wanted to dive underneath the tower. And the rest of the teams are all rotating down meanwhile. And so while this fight continues and chases underneath the tower, Malik ults there, so that way they will not continue the chase. The team decides to chase anyways without that Chargnar ultimate, slowing them all down besides the Ward. So Ward goes ahead and continues chasing and goes a little bit too far. He does get the kill on Teamy, but meanwhile his whole team's having to play catch up and they group as 4 right there. This allows an amazing ultimate by the Raz onto all 4 and a knock-up with the Malak cleave, and they are able to get 3 kills throughout this with only 2 members remaining, and the Kilgroth gets that tower split pushing meanwhile. So I immediately went for Dark Slayer as soon as Lindis and Teamy were able to rotate over, and they're able to melt that quickly with the Kilgroth as well. So as soon as Thailand got that Dark Slayer buff, they know that they need to go ahead and try to push down as many towers as possible since they have that huge advantage on them for 2 minutes. So they go ahead and try to siege that tower. So meanwhile, Kilgroth and Zeniro are still fighting up there. And so they're 3-man sieging this tower with Chargnar defending. Zeniro go ahead and uses that ultimate onto the Chargnar, and so he's no longer available to join a team fight there. But they were able to go ahead and get 3 picks on Team China without losing any of their members, which was another great team fight by Thailand, and further the gold lead by taking that tower.
How did they coordinate that push to that ultimate victory?
So after taking that tower, they went ahead and stole a few of the jungle camps from Team China, and then they were able to get Chargnar caught out there, and he had to use his cleanse again, so he wasn't able to cleanse the Malik ultimate later underneath that tower, which led to another team victory, or team fight victory for Thailand, and they were able to go ahead and push the game for the end.
What advice would you give us as to things to watch out for to help make up that differential?
So I would go ahead and be watching for the enemy to be invading into your jungle when they have the gold advantage. To counter that, you can sit in bushes and wait for them since you know they'll be coming. Or if you see them invading, let's say your blue side of the jungle, you'll go ahead and try to rotate over and take their blue side and get out safely.
Let's say that at the beginning of the game, I've started off the match and I already noticed that my opponent's team is pushing in on my side of the jungle. What do you recommend? Do I push against them within my jungle? Do I push to their jungle? Do I push to the mirror image of my jungle? What should I do in that situation?
So there is a diagonal theory where you go cross like that, and so if you do see the enemy invading into your jungle, it's usually very risky to fight level 1, because if you do lose that, you'll give a huge gold advantage over to the enemy team. So what you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and rotate over and invade their blue buff. That way you guys both get both sides of the jungle and you stay even in gold.
Do you have any advice for coordinating those retreats and noticing when to run away and when to stay?
Just don't be lazy when you're trying to get back to your base and recalling, because sometimes if you try to take a shortcut and back in a bush too close to the enemies, they'll go ahead and catch you out.
Do you have any other advice for casual players or newer players?
So I would just try to remember this is a MOBA and you want to be objective based, and it's not based on how many kills you can get throughout the game. So don't be chasing for kills and just try to get as many objectives as possible to further that gold lead and lead to victory.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, and we look forward to seeing you in future esports events.
Thank you.